I'd see him sitting on that couch all day long, just staring at that Hollywood hogwash.
Our favorite show was Hollywood Hogwash.
Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Hollywood Hogwash. I'm Andrew Pisano along with my good buddy Josh Reese wearing a stained Super Mario shirt.
If you can find the stain, there's a prize for you.
Oh, God. Yeah, grossness.
There's no stain. There's
I see it. It's right there.
No, there's just a barely
there.
piece of stain.
Josh was like, I want Chinese food. Take me out for Chinese food. And I was like, okay, fine, we'll go. And then he fucking got egg drop soup all over himself.
I don't know why you're using that voice, but sure. I did
embarrassed
get Chinese
yourself.
food.
You humiliated yourself. And me for being with you.
For the little speck. After I did feel really bad about myself. So, fuck.
And that's a white shirt.
It's a white shirt.
That's not going away.
No, I'm just gonna have to make more stains on it. So
I never have white shirts that long, you know, because something gets on them and then it ruins the shirt.
Because you go to a Chinese restaurant and you get egg drop soup all over it. Jesus Christ!
No, you do that.
That's on me. Oh, terrible, 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 terrible.
All right.
What else is terrible was also Uncharted. Well,
hey, spoiler alert.
We're gonna get to it, of course.
No spoilers yet.
Later.
I don't know what is to really spoil about the movie, but you know.
I mean, if you played the game, I never played the game, but you know, I mean, I imagine some of it's from the game.
I've played like demos of it and was never really a big fan because the game just does everything for you. You basically just press up.
I like that.
And the game kind of does everything for you.
So it's a game I can master fairly well.
Yeah, you would love it.
Awesome.
But subscribe to us on the podcast app you're listening to us on or youtube.com/Hollywood Hogwash Pod.
Please, we're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers.
Yeah, we're trying to get there. We're at 5 something right now.
We're climbing
something.
very slowly, very slowly.
Yeah.
So keep making up those fake accounts and subscribing.
Exactly. Wait, what? Yeah, so we're going to review Uncharted later, and we're also going to review the season finale of Do You Really Want to Taste It? I love it. It's like my new favorite song.
It is. It's great. It's beautiful.
I think they're a Norwegian band, too, and I'm Norwegian a little bit. So
interesting.
See?
So they could be cousins.
Maybe.
That's
why I'm tall. I'm tall. I'm way taller than you. You're shorty.
I'm tall for a Mexican.
Shorty J. All right, before we talk about Uncharted and Peacemaker, we are going to talk about all the Hollywood hogwash. And last week, we recorded before the Super Bowl, right?
We did.
And so we missed the new Doctor Strange trailer.
It was good.
Because it came out during the Super Bowl pregame show.
All right.
And the big reveal was he was rumored to be in it. And they confirmed Patrick Stewart as Professor X.
Charles Xavier.
We should tell him the truth. Wow, I could do his voice. That's another impression I can do.
Wow.
We should tell him the truth.
So this is
Doctor Strange, you motherfucker.
Keep working on it. Keep working. It's close. It's close.
Well, yeah, he didn't say you motherfucker.
Yeah. But, I mean, this just opens up a whole world of possibilities. Obviously, the X-Men.
Well, there was the rumor that the Illuminati was going to be in it, and that's what that scene looks like. Mm-hmm. I mean, looks like. It is the Illuminati. I mean, it's not going to be anything else. And there's also like a dark image of maybe Mr. Fantastic. Mm-hmm. There's another rumor that they're bringing all the Fox characters in so that they could be killed off, so that they could reboot them.
Fuck you, Fox.
But I'm not sure. I don't know. Like Professor X has been killed multiple times already.
Right. Well,
you don't have to do this
what
again.
What universe are we in?
Exactly.
Yeah, it's really interesting. I'm still trying to figure out who's that girl that's with Doctor Strange whenever he's running around. There's a little like Hispanic girl that's always running around with him in that trailer.
Yeah, there was a rumor on that. I forgot who they said. I don't even know who they were talking about.
I don't know, but
I don't
she's
know that
prominently
character.
featured in the trailer. So I mean, she's she's in some good scenes.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'm really interested in this.
There was
also,
if you've seen What If, on the poster, you could see Captain Carter's shield from What If. So I guess she's going to be in it.
Ooh.
That should be interesting. And then fans, found that picture of Daredevil in one of the mirrors, in one of the glass.
I didn't even get that one. Wow.
And
Okay.
it's very dark. Like they really had to draw an outline of it for me to see it the first time. But it looks like it's him, and he's going shh.
That's
so
weird.
it seems like he's in it, but Ryan Reynolds has told Variety, "I'm promising I'm not in the movie." But that's what Andrew Garfield was saying for months.
I don't know. Of all the movies that Daredevil would be in, I feel like a serious Doctor Strange movie would not be one of them.
No, it absolutely would. It's the multiverse.
Yeah.
It's the multiverse of madness. What's more maddening than putting Deadpool in that movie?
I agree, but Deadpool is so cute and funny. It doesn't feel like it would fit with the theme of multiverse of madness.
If you saw the images, which you're a fucking week late, Josh, of course you are, you would have seen it and you would have been like, oh yeah, he's in it. It's clear enough. It's dark at first, but once you see it, you can't unsee it. He's going to be in it. They wouldn't do that. They don't do that anymore. They basically have rumors now for these movies, but they all leak out. And to put it in the poster.
Well, that's true.
To put it in the poster, yeah, it's him.
Oh, so I guess Tom Cruise is coming back too, huh?
He probably is. Well, he's coming back. He never showed up.
Well, not in this universe. Oh.
Well, they originally wanted him to be Tony Stark.
Right. Now
And
he will.
he said no. And what a mistake that was. Although, probably for the best, because
yeah.
Robert Downey Jr., I'm sure, is a better Tony Stark than he could be.
He has played it fairly well,
Yeah, you think?
I think.
But Tom Cruise is another good choice. That would be fun. And he can't show up and permanently be the new Tony Stark. That wouldn't be cool. But a little cameo thing would be very interesting.
So if Charles Xavier is in this,
Well, he is.
well, of course,
Professor X.
I mean, in a prominent featured, whatever, blah blah blah. Hugh Jackman in, not in? What do we think?
I don't know.
What do we
I
think?
I don't know. Who knows?
I'm thinking.
Probably not.
You get Daredevil and Deadpool and no Wolverine.
Well, there should be a Deadpool Wolverine movie. That's what there should be.
That's for sure. Yeah, that'd be.
But
great.
look, he said he was done playing it. That's why he died in Logan.
Interesting.
Yeah, he was done. He said he didn't want to work out that hard anymore. He got tired of doing that.
Well, Old Man Logan is supposed to be a little bit grumpier and
Yeah, but he was still-
frumpier.
He was still buff.
I gotcha. Yeah.
So yeah, that should be fun. Also, last week you mentioned Kevin Feige talking about Moon Knight. How
yeah.
they're pushing the boundaries
To be a little bit grittier.
a little
Right.
grittier. The show now has an official TV-14 rating. So, yeah, I mean, to a degree, you were right.
No more PG-13. We've upped it 1 year.
Well, there is no PG-13 for TV. It's TV-14. So TV-14 is basically PG-13
Okay.
for TV shows. Because before TV-14, I forgot, what's the rating? Daredevil was rated mature.
Right.
The TV ratings are all different. So it's not mature, it's TV-14. So it's but that might be the first TV-14 thing they've ever had on Disney Plus.
Oh, we're getting slowly closer to mature.
I mean, look, they have Endgame on there, and there's some blood, there's cursing, they say shit and stuff. So
They take the head off of Thanos.
they decapitate Thanos.
I mean,
Yeah, but you barely see it. You know what I mean? That's why they had to cut away. If they showed that, then it would have had to have been
the
R.
blood squirting from his
Yeah,
head.
exactly. And that's something that happens in Uncharted, but we're not going to go there yet. We'll talk about that later. So yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Feige also told, and Moon Knight again, March 30th. So we'll be reviewing this show shortly.
Very soon.
But Kevin Feige also told comicbook.com that Avengers Endgame is the final Avengers movie.
Right, because that was the final phase of that whole thing. And
Right.
they're
but
moving
you're
on to
saying
different.
they can't make another ensemble movie, or it just won't be called Avengers.
That's a good one. Well, it would be a different type of Avengers, I would imagine. You know, I don't
But
know.
he's saying there's no more Avengers movie. That means it can't be called Avengers if that's the
Well,
case.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. It would be.
Or is he just lying and there's going to be another Avengers movie?
I don't know if I could see like an Avengers 5. I think it would have to be something else, a different series.
They'll call it something else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like they still haven't done the Secret Invasion. There's a lot of different Marvel anthologies and stuff like that. So
Oh, for sure. And it's hard to do without the OGs.
yeah,
You know,
hard to do
a couple
without
of
the
them
OGs.
a couple of them are dead. I certainly wouldn't want to see like Captain Marvel as like head of the Avengers. That would be
Ooh, that would be
upsetting.
terrible. Yeah. Bring back Big Daddy Grandpa Captain America.
They have to find a way to make Captain Marvel interesting. Because Thor was boring when he first showed up. Thor 1,
Yeah.
he was so fucking boring. And now Thor is one of the best MCU characters,
Fat
period.
Thor might be the best Thor of all.
He is. Yeah, he really is.
And I look forward to Love and Thunder.
So you gotta do something with Captain Marvel because she is so incredibly boring.
She's very bland
Yeah.
for someone has so much power and
Right.
I mean, just Jesus. Ugh,
Jesus.
Jesus.
All right, moving on. Season 4 of Stranger Things. They finally announced the premiere date.
Which we will not be reviewing.
Why?
It's too scary, right?
Scary. I'll hold your hand while we watch it.
Oh, Lord Jesus.
So it's going to be split into 2 parts. Volume 1 will premiere on May 27th, and Volume 2 comes out July 1st.
I haven't even ever seen a Stranger Thing. So I mean,
A Stranger Thing.
I know there's supposed to be just a bunch of young punks, just like running around eating Eggos and stuff like that. But like, I don't really know much about the show.
Well, Season 1 was fantastic, and I always said it should have ended there.
Great, so we don't have to watch it, right?
It's still a good show, though. It's still good. I just think it was like it should have been a one and done season, or you could have had. It could have been like one of those anthology series where it's something different every time.
Right. So
Is that
they're
right?
Are they at the anthology? Yeah.
Yeah.
So they fight a different, the same monster every time, or
No, it's not the same monster. I mean, kind
monster?
of, but
Yeah, kind of. Okay.
but yeah, the full season they said will be 9 very long episodes. So apparently longer than usual. But the Duffer Brothers also confirmed that season 5 will be the last. So 2 more seasons to come.
Okay, just as long as it's not as bad. Because you talked me into getting back into Walking Dead, and I had to stop that because it was terrible.
Because it was scary?
No, it was terrible. So as long
I
as
did. I
it's-
talked you back into Walking Dead.
This was a while
If
back.
that's premiering.
This was a while back.
We're recording this Sunday night. Walking Dead premieres tonight, Josh.
I won't be
Oh,
watching.
wait. We have to watch it and then record.
No, we won't be doing that.
Yeah, that'd be.
No, I'll be in for those Rick movies for sure, but I'm not into any Walking Dead at the moment.
Yeah, it doesn't even look good.
Yeah.
And it hasn't been good in a while. Also, legendary Star Wars composer John Williams will write the theme to the Obi-Wan Kenobi series on Disney+.
Hello now.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that sounds pretty interesting.
Yeah. And that comes out in May, I believe.
Damn,
something.
so much good fucking TV this year.
Well, how do you know it's good?
I mean, Book of Boba Fett ended up being really fucking good. I couldn't imagine Obi-Wan being a giant turd.
Yeah.
I'm thinking
Hopefully
it's
not.
gonna be good.
Yeah. Also, the Hollywood Reporter says John Cena has joined the cast of the upcoming live-action slash CG animation hybrid Coyote versus Acme. And Cena will play an Acme lawyer in the film. I don't even know why this is even happening.
This sounds terrible.
It doesn't sound very good.
Is this an adaptation of Coyote and the Roadrunner?
I guess it has to be, right?
Wow.
Coyote versus Acme.
John Cena's gonna play a
I just
lawyer.
can't be. I can't believe we're still doing Looney Tunes stuff.
I don't
After
know
all
who
these
it's
years.
for. I don't know what kid that's into Looney Tunes nowadays.
Yeah.
Is Leo into Looney Tunes?
He doesn't even know what they are.
Exactly.
He doesn't even know what they are. I asked him recently. I was like, Leo, do you know who Bugs Bunny is? And he's like, who? I was like, all right.
Exactly. They're trying to capture on our nostalgia, but I don't give two flying fucks about the Looney Tunes at this point.
No, and I did not see Space Jam 2.
I did not. No.
Yeah. I don't know
I don't
many
know
people
many people that did.
did. There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you watched Fargo?
Yes.
All of it?
Not all of them. I've watched 2 or 3 seasons of Fargo.
Okay, well, there's been 4.
Maybe just 2.
But they are returning for a 5th season.
The last season, I have been wanting to watch it.
It
Had
was Chris Rock.
Right.
Yeah, I haven't watched it either. I've been wanting to.
Okay.
But I've only liked the first season. The first season was fucking great.
Well, this
Billy
is
Bob Thornton.
right?
It even had Key and Peele in small roles. They were like FBI agents.
Were they?
Yeah.
Okay.
And they were great, and the payoff for them was fucking hilarious. But yeah, the second season was good, and then I didn't like the ending, and then I think the same for the third season. But the first season, if you haven't watched the first season of Fargo, I would definitely watch it.
It's definitely worth it for sure.
But that's another anthology series where it's a different
Right.
story and it's a different time.
every
season.
Yeah, that's how it keeps
So I like
keeps it
that.
being a little bit fresh.
Yeah, I
maybe
like
not
that a lot.
interesting, but fresh.
Yeah. Also, Paramount announced that A Quiet Place Part 3 will be released in 2025, and a spin-off will drop next year.
Okay, maybe that's the one that we won't be reviewing.
I haven't seen the first two. You didn't see them either, I'm sure.
I'm sure.
Yeah. I'm not a huge horror movie guy, and it's not because of... I'm not like Josh. I'm not scared. I'm just not... I like funny horror movies, like just bad horror movies.
This had John Krasinski in it, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I didn't see it.
Okay. What does that have to do with it?
No, because I'm trying to remember
You
which
don't like
one
John Krasinski?
I'm trying to remember which one it was. And yeah, he was the one where I guess, yeah, you make noise and the big giant scary monsters come and find you.
He's going to be the new Mr. Fantastic for the Fantastic Four.
Maybe.
You know what? I think all these MCU rumors, like, they start off as rumors and then somehow they become true. I think
We will them into the universe?
I think Marvel makes fake Twitter accounts and they put out like, I think Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire might be in the next Spider-Man movie.
To test out
And that's how
theories.
they get it started. That's how they start the rumors, so that it starts almost organically as a rumor. Because now the rumors that John Krasinski is going to play, Mr. Fantastic, because they're making a Fantastic Four movie in the next few years. And the only person that's been brought up for that is John Krasinski.
I wouldn't doubt it. Look, ever since I learned that Kevin Durant had multiple different fake Twitter accounts, it wouldn't surprise me if there's Kevin Feige under like F11637777
I don't think Kevin Feige himself is doing it, Josh.
or whatever. Anybody could do it. There was a rumor that Bill O'Brien used to have fake Twitter accounts and
Do you
stuff
think
like
Bill
that.
O'Brien cared enough about that? I don't think so.
I'm just saying, it wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah, but we'll see.
That'd be a good way to test out theories.
Yeah. The Hollywood Reporter says that J.J. Abrams' Star Trek cast, which is Chris Pine, Zachary Quinto, Zoe Saldana, Simon Pegg, John Cho, and Carl Urban from The Boys,
Okay.
they're currently in talks for another Star Trek film. And that's a little surprising because the last one came out in 2016. It's been a while. And if another one's coming out, it's going to be like 8 years after the last one.
Yeah. No, I don't even remember the last Star Trek movie, to be honest.
They're all like, hey, that was pretty good. But then you ask me about them, I'm like, oh, I don't remember anything about those movies.
I think I watched the first one with Chris Pine or whatever, and he was just being recruited to go into space, blah, 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 blah.
I watched all three. The only thing I remember really is in the second one, Spock yells, Khan! And that was like the switch they made.
Okay.
And that's what launched Benedict Cumberbatch's career. That was his first big role, was him playing Khan.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Khan, I'm Khan. He was like Khan.
So
And
it's
then he
gonna
became
spawn
huge.
someone else's career, huh?
No.
Oh.
No, probably not. They're also rebooting the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles again. I think it's...
The eighth time?
Yeah, the eighth time. It says CGI animation, so I don't know if it's just going to be animated or what, or with real people again. But this time, Seth Rogen and Evan Goldberg are producing it.
Okay.
And it's coming out August 11th of, I think, next year, actually. Pretty sure. Yeah, next year.
I wish Seth Rogen would voice one of the characters. I think he'd make
Oh, he probably will.
that'd be awesome. He'd make a great... which one
Michelangelo?
is... Michelangelo.
Oh, God, could you imagine an R-rated Ninja Turtles? And Michelangelo's always getting high.
That would be great.
I'm pretty hungry, guys. We get some pizza.
And Leonardo's like, dude, you gotta stop fucking getting high all the time.
We've got a mission.
My God.
That'd be great.
Splinter's dead, Michelangelo. What are you getting high for?
Get high to forget. Splinter.
I'm trying to take my mind off of things. I can't do
But no, Seth Rogen said that they're going to focus more on the teenage aspect of it, which makes sense. It's Superbad meets Ninja Turtle. They're trying to get laid.
a teenage Rachel.
Yeah.
Or a teenage April.
Well, because there's
April, that skirt's pretty slow.
in the original cartoon, there wasn't a female turtle, but there eventually becomes a female turtle. And she's light blue. So yeah, maybe it's like Michelangelo trying to fuck the female turtle.
Like Neighbors and all these different movies are getting together. The turtles are living next door to someone's house. Why would these fucking turtles be quiet?
Oh man, we moved in next to turtles. Don't do it.
I can't do it.
That's terrible. Nickelodeon will also be making a series of movies focusing on the villains, which are unrelated to Rogen's reboot, but part of a larger plan for the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles universe.
God damn, everything's a universe these days.
Yeah.
I don't think that
But they're being like Sony.
Interesting.
Let's make movies of the villains like Spider-Man.
What we need is a good backstory for Kang.
For Kang, yeah.
We need to find out how he was able to live inside of someone's tummy. That's what we need to figure out.
Well, it's a robot. He's in a robot.
In a robot. There you go. How he became armless and just a head. Yeah, terrible.
I think that's just what he was.
Yeah. Ugh.
I don't know that we need all
I don't think we need it either. I would like a good Shredder backstory, though.
Would you?
No,
What? He got bit by a turtle. Now he hates turtles.
Yeah. Radioactive turtle.
Yeah.
Terrible.
All right. Last thing we have some sad news.
Oh, before we get
you
to some
have
sad
something?
news, I've got
Okay.
a couple little pieces of news.
All right.
So, you know how I told you, like, I'm still a little bit concerned about the upcoming Batman because it's only going to have a small run in the theater before it goes on HBO Max.
Like 6 weeks.
Robert Patterson was
Nope.
on... Robert Pattinson?
Nope.
Pattinson. There. Robbie P was on Jimmy Kimmel, and he kind of talked about how the producers of the show hated his Batman voice and
The
forced him to
producers
change
of the show of the movie.
Yes.
Okay.
So this is what his quote. I wanted to do a radically different thing than all the other Batmans. I just thought because everyone has a kind of gruff and gravelly thing, I'm like, I'm going to do the opposite. I'm going to go really whispery. And I tried to do it for the first 2 weeks, and then it just looked absolutely atrocious, and they looked at me and told me to stop doing it.
Okay.
So, I mean, I kind of worry,
But he didn't end up doing it,
He
Josh.
didn't end up doing it, but he obviously has all these bad thoughts.
Bad thoughts.
Bad thoughts about doing it. Instead of playing Batman like a really awesome, badass Batman, I'm going to play a really wimpy Batman. Really wimpy and whispery. I don't know. So that just kind of got me. I was kind of wondering about that. It was ugh. So the other thing I have is, you know who George R.R. Martin is, right?
Yes.
He is going
It's
to
not
be
about me. It's the writer, the creator of Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, the creator of Game of Thrones.
Oh, Game of Thrones.
Get it right, Andrew. There's people right now that are texting and tweeting.
Yeah.
Andrew doesn't know the difference.
Okay, go ahead.
They're talking about that right now.
Okay, go ahead, Robert Pattinson.
Pattinson.
Yeah.
Pickled, peppered Pattinsons. So George R.R. Martin is going to be launching a Marvel comic series.
Great.
Which I thought is kind of neat. His comic series is going to be called the Wild Card Stories.
Yeah, because we review comics on this show, Josh.
No, but it might be made into a movie one day. Who knows?
Well, probably.
So his comic series is going to be based on a post-World War II, where people are randomly have superpowers and stuff like that. So sounds kind of interesting. Kind of interested in old-timey superheroes and stuff like that.
Right.
So that's all I got on my stuff. So
I saw both of those things and I was like, those aren't interesting
he did
enough.
not.
Yeah, I did.
He did not.
Yeah.
I'm bringing a lot to this show, fellas. A lot to this show. This is why we're creeping closer and closer to 1,000 followers on YouTube.
Subscribers.
Subscribers.
Yeah.
Thank you for liking and subscribing here and here.
No, it's not. That's not on the screen right now.
Oh.
That's at the end. Anyways, R.I.P. to Ivan Reitman, the director of the original Ghostbusters movie.
Right.
He passed away at the age of 75. His family said that he died in his sleep, but that it was unexpected. So, could be like a stroke or a heart attack, like in your sleep.
Sure.
You know, obviously it's not good, but R.I.P.
The other thing,
Every week someone's been dying.
well, the other thing that I don't know if you heard more about it, but and we don't need to get too graphically into it, but they kind of talked about Bob Saget's death a little bit
We
more.
covered that already.
I know, but they were saying that not only it was a hit that was so hard that it kind of disfigured his face, and they were bringing questions up about his death and stuff like that, and it still was self.
Oh, no, there is news. The family is like trying to keep the report of how he died
right
come out.
but the not the prosecutors, I guess, but like the county is still saying that it's kind of like a really weird death. Like they still don't understand how it happened, so to speak.
Okay.
So yeah, so I guess
Maybe the family doesn't want it out because then people will start speculating that maybe something was up.
Maybe.
When it maybe wasn't, probably wasn't, doesn't look like it was.
still it's an interesting saga, as it kind of keeps continuing.
Right.
So I don't know. I just figured we'd tag that on with sad news.
Yeah.
So
Every week someone's been dying, so I don't know.
sadness.
All right, let's talk Uncharted. Spoiler warning. Again, not that there's much to spoil, but Uncharted.
Spoiler warning, this was a video game.
Well, yeah, it was a video game. Well, if the
But-
movie was a video game, it'd probably be a pretty boring game.
It would be a boring game, but like it's just the action sequences, they were very video game like. Not much was believable.
Well, when we saw the trailer, we were like, oh, Tom Holland is Peter Parker in this movie. He's Spider-Man.
and very quickly into the show, you learned he is Spider-Man.
He has Spider-Man's powers, especially in the trailer scene where he's, out of the plane and he's jumping from box to box and then he jumps in the plane. It's like, oh, how fast do planes fly?
Which is
and he
the
can fly, he
opening
can jump
scene.
that fast?
The opening scene is that.
Well, yeah.
And much
then
to his Peter Parker-ness, a crate flies off and hits a man, and he ends up falling to his death. And Parker's like, or whatever his name is.
sorry.
It's like, sorry, my bad.
Nathan Drake.
Nathan Drake. Sorry.
Yeah. I thought it was funny that they're fighting while trying to climb, back into an airplane.
Right. And then, given what you learn later in the movie, why would they? Why would they want to get back into the plane?
Yeah.
Because they're, it's just.
Well, where else can you go from there?
Sure, but you're just waiting to get executed when you get back in. It's not a lot about this movie made sense.
Well, that's the most interesting action scene there is. Most of the movie is just them looking for a treasure, it's basically a complete ripoff of National Treasure.
well, if you've seen,
I don't care if this was a video game. I'm sure there was a lot more things to do in the video game. This was National Treasure. Because every time they'd be like, is this the treasure? Oh, no, we got to go somewhere else. Is this the treasure? Oh, no, we got to go somewhere else.
Is this a treasure? No, it's a nightclub. Got to go somewhere else.
Yeah, that was... Yeah, that was pretty stupid. I don't like how it's like, okay, we have to go to this church, and then, oh, there's where we put the keys in. We unlock and we go in, and now we go down, we go underground into this fucking dungeon, and then, oh, we end up in a nightclub. Oh, and then, look, we have to do this in the nightclub, and then we have to open this, because, the fucking owner of the nightclub never realized there was a keyhole here.
How did the church not realize there was a nightclub underneath the church? I don't know. You think they would notice that? What's this loud music playing?
And then they
in
end
the
up
bass?
in a sewer, and then Mark Wahlberg's right above them. He's like, "Hey guys, hey." So no one ever went to that sewer, that part of the sewer, and no one ever peeked down there, because you could have just skipped the whole process of going from the church to the fucking dungeon, to the fucking club, to the sewer. You could have skipped all that by just lifting up the sewer thing and going right there.
I think
Could have skipped all those steps.
I think the problem is someone is doing it every week there, so people there are just so used to it. Like, oh, fuck, another scavenger coming to look for clues. Whatever. Fuck this. I
No,
don't
it's
care.
never been opened before.
That treasure, but there's so much other treasure to be looted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is all based on Magellan's quest. and his
He
treasure.
did not roll around the world. It was his.
He didn't roll.
Yeah, it was
Sail.
He
Sail,
didn't
not
sail.
roll. He didn't get on his fucking hands and knees and then just start rolling.
Yeah, no, it was his crew that made it. Magellan only made it halfway.
Yeah, apparently everything we've learned in school, in grade school, is a lie.
Fake news, apparently.
Christopher
Wow.
Columbus did not discover America.
Well, that one
and he
is
also is not a good person.
Oh, that one is
Quite
very
the
true.
opposite.
Yeah. R.I.P. Pocahontas.
Yeah. So.
This movie was just.
Well, there's no character development in this movie. We don't know anything about anyone. Nathan Drake's the main character. I don't know anything about him other than he was a fucking orphan.
Right. It would have been nice to
That's
know
it.
if his parents died. or
No, they're
something
gone.
like that.
They're not lost. They're gone.
It seemed like every character we met like 3 weeks into knowing them.
Yeah.
Almost like we were supposed to expect to know all the backstory without knowing the backstory. It was very, very strange.
Yeah, I guess it's only for the people who play the video game.
Maybe I'd like to know if people in the video game thought this was a standout movie. It would be kind of nice because I was very confused about most of
People who play the video game, is the dialogue as bad as the movie?
it. It was really rough.
This is very corny. I mean, there's some funny scenes. There's some funny jokes.
Sure.
But most of the time, it's cringy jokes that don't land.
Yeah.
Like, he's like, I need a suit, I need this, and I need a cat. And then he's like, what are you going to do with the cat? Oh, nothing. I just think you needed a companion. He's like, what? What? I don't want a cat.
And then
It's
the
gonna
cat, I
poop
guess,
everywhere."
is dead, or
No, the
'cause
cat's
he
not
doesn't
dead.
feed him. You
No, the
he
cat
goes
lives.
around
Remember
the
at the
world?
end?
No, maybe it was a different cat. I don't know.
No, it wasn't a different cat.
So he fed him around the world. Okay.
But yeah, the first, or I guess the second scene, we see.
Did he fuck that scavenger hunter? Either of them? Not Drake, but Marky Mark.
Oh, Marky. Oh, yeah.
He fucked them both. Maybe
He's Marky Mark.
Okay, I was just wondering because it seemed like there was a lot of like love tension, but also both of them wanted to murder him.
He
at the same
definitely
time?
fucked the evil one.
The evil
I think that we know for sure.
Okay.
Because remember, she put him in a leg lock where his head was
Right.
in her, crotch, and she's like,
"Don't you miss this?"
"You remember this?" or something like that. Yeah.
And he was like, "Yeah, I do."
Right.
So yeah, so he's just horned it up there, and interesting.
Well, let's talk. The best character in the movie is Antonio Banderas, and he's also the best actor in the movie. I mean, we know how good he is, and I don't know if we've ever seen him as a villain, or if I've ever seen him as a villain in a movie. But he is ruthless, and again, no really character development for everyone. We see his dad, and he's like, "Padre, let's find the treasure," and his dad's like, "No."
I want to give it back to the Spanish government.
This is all it is. It's, "Padre, I want to find the treasure." "No, son, I'll kill you." And then he does.
No,
That's it.
He doesn't. The girl doesn't.
Yeah.
and he
But
smiles.
that's it. It's
Yeah.
that quick. It's like, we just met, Padre.
Right. I don't even know where he
This
was.
movie happens way too fast.
I don't know where he was giving all the money to. It would have been nice. Like, I'm giving all the money to orphans.
So I don't know what accent Mark Wahlberg is trying to do in this movie. We saw a trailer before this movie of him as a Southern priest, and it was so bad. Spoiler alert, Razzie nominations 2022, worst acting, Marky Mark in whatever priest movie that is.
Or this one.
He just sounds like a guy from Boston trying to do a Southern accent, because that's what it was.
Yeah. Hey, he's got range, though.
And in this one, I don't know what is he trying to do a New York accent? I don't know what he's trying to do.
I don't
Tom
know
Holland is
because
such
they were from Boston.
Who?
The kids that are Tom Holland. He was from
Oh,
Boston.
they were. Yeah.
Yeah, so he should have just did a Boston accent.
Well, Tom Holland, to his credit, did not sound like Peter Parker, even if he looks, even if he kind of still looks like him.
did a lot of Peter Parker-ish moves, that's for sure.
Yeah,
But, yeah.
we see, first he's a bartender and he steals that girl's bracelet or whatever, and then Marky Mark's just there waiting for him. But
And then they don't touch And Marky Mark has stolen everything that he has.
This could have been just a sequel from the last Spider-Man movie, because in this movie he's just a nobody. No one knows who he is.
Very true. Yeah. And he did all the Spider-Man moves too, so very well could have been.
Oh my God.
He's like, in my second life, I want to be a treasure hunter.
Yeah.
I'll hook up with Zendaya some other time.
Yeah, but Antonio Banderas, you think he's going to be the main bad guy, but he's not. It's the other evil woman that just slices his throat or slits his throat.
Yeah, the one that killed
And
Spider-Man's
it was disappointing
brother.
because she's not, she killed, quote unquote. She's not an interesting character in this movie. Really, Antonio Banderas is the only interesting character in the movie.
Well, it's
and
just...
then he dies, and then that's where I was talking about how because it's PG-13, she slits his throat, and then there's just a line of blood. And then later, they come and find his body, and he's still laying there, and there's still just a line of blood. You don't die from that.
he was about to die anyways because he didn't have much circulation in his body. So, I mean, it saved him some time.
But it would have been rated R. That's why they couldn't show a pool of blood around him.
Now, and the other thing that kind of bothered me is, like, how'd she get so evil so quickly?
I know.
Because he was kind of like flirting
That's the
in a
other
couple
thing.
scenes earlier.
We learn nothing about her.
Yeah.
I mean, we really don't learn anything about anyone. Even Marky Mark. We don't know anything about him.
No, how did he and Spider-Man's brother hook up in the beginning?
Like, that's what
how
makes-
did he even find Peter Parker?
That's what makes me care about movies is if the characters are interesting. And then I care about the characters and I care about what happens to the characters.
Right. We're going to talk about Peacemaker in a little bit.
That's why a lot of these...
I cared about Peacemaker because there was a lot of character development.
Of course. That's why a lot of these heist movies have that problem because it's just so focused on the plot, which this plot isn't even good enough to be focused on.
So focused on the so interesting heist.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, that's why I love Tarantino movies so much.
Right. So the whole thing of this is that they're trying to find Magellan's lost treasure, blah, 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 blah. They end up finding it in this cave.
In a cave.
And
on a popular island?
Well, I don't know if it was... Well, I guess it was populated on at least one end. But still, so their plan is not to extricate the gold from the ships. They want to move these ships that are 300 years old up in the air, and they don't think that the ships are just going to disintegrate from old age.
Well, they didn't.
Well, that's not true. I'm sure they probably would have.
Oh, of course.
Just as soon as you tried to lift it, they just...
That's the other thing. So they have to go in a church, dungeon, a club, and a sewer to find a map. And then he finds out that the 2 keys that they need, you put them on the map and then twirl them, and then it tells you where to go. This random island, and then Tom Holland's the only one that knows where to go.
Right.
And the bad guys get there before he does. How did they figure it out? They don't have the keys.
Well, Marky Mark, he had the find.
No, but he's
find my
not the bad
friends.
guy. Yeah, we know how Marky
Is he a
Mark
bad
got
guy?
there.
I don't know.
No, but the villain, the woman who killed Antonio Banderas
Right.
and her crew, they are there before Tom Holland is.
Yeah. Well, because
How did they figure it out? They don't have the keys.
they didn't have the keys, but they went because when they had
Am I missing something?
Yeah, you're missing a little bit something.
okay.
When they had the map, the map had an X, but at a different spot.
Yeah.
From where Tom Holland was
A
going.
slightly different spot.
Slightly
That's
different.
why when
So that's why
saw
they were in
him-
the same area. And that's why they were all within like 1 mile of each other. And Tom Holland
let's
was
go
like, "What's
back-
up, bitches?"
Let's go back a little bit and talk about
Do we need to?
the plane scene, because they come back to it.
Oh, Lord Jesus.
And then Tom Holland, he gets hit by the red car, which the good girl is in.
Sure.
Again, the 2 women have no characters, and they're
Did
not
he fuck
famous.
that girl? Did Tom Holland fuck that girl?
Maybe.
Maybe. We'll get to that scene, I guess.
Because she went to sleep, then he went to sleep, and they both woke up naked. I don't know, but no, like, she hits him with the car, and she has a parachute, but he doesn't. And then they're falling thousands of feet, and they're standing on the car while falling thousands of feet.
Right. She jumps off, and she's like, "Come follow me."
Now, I've never skydived with a car before, but I'm pretty sure that's not how it works. And she goes, "You don't have a chute?" "No." And she says, "Follow me." And then she jumps and starts diving down. "Follow me." Goodbye. Tell my brother I love him. What are you talking about? And then so he flies because he's Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
And Spider-Man flies, I guess.
He does have some skills like that when he was gliding down.
And then they get on another box that has a parachute. They fucking open it up, and then they immediately hit the water after they open it up.
She never used her parachute. I just remembered that. Yeah. She just used the box one.
Yeah. And then they land in the ocean, and they're like, well, this is it. We're dead. And they're both like, yeah, we're dead. And then she just sees an island.
She's been staring the same distance for presumably 3 hours.
Yeah.
And then I guess an island just appeared out of nowhere.
An island. And it's just like, hey, what's that? An island.
Yeah.
With thousands of people.
Yeah, so they get up out of the water, swim to the island, and they saunter up, and there's a man there. Like, what happened to you guys?
Oh yeah, we don't know that reference.
No, and Tom Holland goes, "Yeah, we got hit by a car, whatever. We fell out of a plane,
and we're on."
And the man is like, "Oh, I gotcha. I understand."
Yes, so that's obviously a reference to something.
I guess I don't know.
We don't know.
My first instance would be like, "Oh my God, do you need help?"
Yeah.
What happened to the plane?
Right.
Did it fall? Are there people trapped somewhere? The man's just like, oh, yeah, that sucks. I've been there.
I think I know what it is. I bet you he's the voice of the video game guy.
Maybe. Lame.
Because he looks like what the video guy looks like.
Voice actor?
Yeah. Did you catch that wild Nolan North? Maybe. The original Nathan Drake makes a cameo in the Uncharted film. That's obviously got to be him.
Interesting.
Yeah. Because I remember the video game and I just realized it. I was like, oh, yeah, there he is, right?
It makes sense if he did. I couldn't think of another place that there'd be a cameo of somebody.
Unless I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong.
But still, lame.
Let me see. Yeah, no, that's the part.
That's the part.
What happened to them? Oh, I fell out of a cargo plane. I was hit by a car. Oh, that's something similar happened to me once, which was in Uncharted 3. So that same scene was in Uncharted 3. So, what's the point? These video games look like a movie. Uncharted, it looks like a movie.
Yeah.
What's the point of doing it twice?
What's the point? I get you. Yeah. This,
like, if you're going to do the same exact thing.
If we're doing movie video game rankings, this is way below Sonic.
That's a video game.
Yeah.
That's a video game. That looks the same.
Looks like a movie.
It looks like the same thing.
Yeah. No. I'd still much rather watch Sonic any day of the week.
Well, the second one looks good.
Second one looks good too.
But yeah, like all this stuff, you gotta do all this shit just to find these ships in a cave, and it's just right there. Mm-hmm. No one ever went in that cave in 500 years,
or just look down from the hole. What's that?
Yeah.
Oh shit! There's ships down there.
Right. So,
yeah, lame.
Then they're flying the ships out. And we have a pirate battleship.
When was it ever...
a pirate battle fight.
When was it ever established that Marky Mark could fly a chopper?
Never, ever.
Okay.
We're just, he's Marky Mark.
I didn't miss that. All right.
Where was it established that anything about any of these people?
Right. Oh, God. The most video game-like thing in the movie was when a cannonball hits Tom Holland in the nuts, and he's like, I'm going to take a chopper down with this cannonball. And then the guy in the other chopper, as he's coming towards Tom Holland, he's raising his pistol. Like he's going to shoot his pistol towards Tom Holland. And then Tom Holland kills him with a cannonball.
Oh, yeah. They kill a lot of people.
So, okay. So you're the black girlfriend, jilted lover of Marky Mark.
Uh-huh.
You have one ship which has presumably $500 million in it, maybe.
Well, no, he said billions.
Billions?
Each ship,
so
billions.
maybe $2.5 billion, whatever. Yeah. It's got billions of dollars in it.
Just the ship, having the ship is worth billions.
For sure, yeah, right. So Marky Mark steals one, and this greedy asshole's like, I won both. She should have just took the one.
Should have.
She should have just took the one.
It's a fair trade. We'll both be rich. But, bad guys are greedy.
Bad guys are greedy. And
Marky Mark, who's been selfish the whole movie, finally has his heart of gold moment where he
Kills
saves
his ex-girlfriend.
he does. I like how it was weird because he threw it at her, and then she let go of Tom Holland and caught it to die.
Right. Well, because she ended up being the greedy one.
Oh, she wanted it. So she's like Gollum in Lord of the Rings, like, my precious! And then just dove for it and to die.
Well, technically, she didn't die because she hit the water.
True. Now, she should have died when she
should
hit
have
the
died,
water.
for sure.
Because people jump off bridges all the time.
Blop.
And they die when they hit the fucking water.
Right. She didn't die until the ship actually crashed
She's
onto
a super villain.
her. Yeah, pretty much.
Who knows? We didn't see her die. Did you see her die?
No, she's going to come back in Uncharted 2.
Well, there is going to be one, probably.
There is.
They set it up.
Sadly.
In the post-credit scenes, we find out that Nathan's brother's still alive.
Oh my God. This is where it joins the Marvel MC universe. Uh-huh. Because they're going to be looking for Nazi gold. And what was Hitler always looking for? He was looking for the Tesseract. Yeah, but Red Skull found it first.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Right.
Interesting. We're joining the universes. Oh,
God.
Because Marky Mark probably should be some type of Avenger, to be honest.
Maybe.
But
yeah, the other credits, that was the other post-credit scene or mid-credit scene, whatever. And I don't know. I give it a 5 out of 10.
Yeah, it seems appropriate. Yeah.
'Cause
4.5.
would you recommend watching it? No.
No. It's not worth 2.5 hours.
It's really not. I thought it would be more fun. I really did. I figured we would come on this podcast and be like, it was stupid, but it was fun. Like Red Notice.
Yeah, we talked about that. Red Notice was worth my time.
Red Notice was stupid but fun. And Ryan Reynolds, that was the big part because he was hilarious in the movie.
Right.
He's Ryan Reynolds. He's very funny.
And while Spider-Man did play Spider-Man in this movie, it wasn't as fun as a Spider-Man movie.
No.
It was too much.
And the characters were all boring, pretty much.
Except Antonio Banderas, but he didn't play very much.
No. All right. That's all we got for Uncharted. So let's talk. Do you really want to taste it? The best thing I've watched in a long time, TV, movie, I don't even know, like, what compares to this. What's the last thing I've seen that was as good as this? I don't know, right? Off the top of my head, I don't know.
Off the top of my head, only because I'd seen it recently because I rewatched it. Daredevil, but Daredevil wasn't as
Daredevil
fun.
was...
It wasn't as fun as Peacemaker. Peacemaker
so many years ago.
was fun.
Daredevil's too long ago. I think the last season was like 2018. That's like way too long ago.
Sure, but I'm just saying, because I watched it recently.
Is this the best thing since Endgame?
Yeah, maybe.
It's certainly the best thing we've watched while doing this podcast.
This is certainly the best DC, outside from like the Batman trilogies.
Yeah.
This is certainly the best DC thing that they've ever done.
I mean, is Peacemaker the best thing we've seen since the Suicide Squad reboot? Because that was really good.
It was good, but it wasn't better for sure.
Yeah.
No. Yeah, this was great.
I know.
This was great. Checked
And
a
like
lot
when
of
we
boxes.
first said we were going to watch it, we were like, yeah, we'll watch it, And then it's like, holy fucking shit.
Right, because we didn't watch it in the beginning. It was our fans that told us we should watch it.
Yeah.
And I got to clap for the fans. Clap for the fans. This was an excellent choice.
Yeah.
Excellent choice.
Absolutely.
I think we would have got to it eventually. But excellent choice nonetheless. And this episode was great.
Uh-huh.
It even
Oh my God.
is now part of the DC
The
universe.
Snyderverse or whatever. Technically, yeah. That's great.
Oh man.
So
This had emotion, this had fun. I mean, the dialogue from I can't think of his name, from Diebeard. That was so sad and
that's
touching.
what we call him, Diebeard.
Diebeard?
Economos?
Economos, there we go.
But I like, it's Diebeard. I never
Diebeard.
once called him that. You call him Diebeard.
For sure. I feel terrible. He's never been laid. Awful. I've been laid at least 100 times.
So you saw yourself.
I don't dye the
in
beard.
Diebeard.
But yeah, no, I felt myself in that scene.
Because if that was
Like,
you,
I finally have friends.
if that was you, you'd be like, I haven't been laid in 5 years.
I haven't been laid in 5 years. And then the guy turns to me. Humans are cruel.
No,
They
he
are.
said pathetic.
Oh,
no,
pathetic.
he said like
That's
pathetic.
right.
Yeah,
They are.
yeah. Humans can be so pathetic.
Yeah.
But yeah, they obviously the final mission is to go kill the cow, and Adebayo activates the anti-gravity helmet and it flies away, and Peacemaker,
so funny.
Peacemaker's like, fuck it, no big deal. I didn't just kill the only man who knows how to make it. And then Vigilante's like, you did just kill the only man that knows how to make it. He's like, yeah, I'm being sarcastic, you fucking idiot.
So are we supposed to assume that his racist asshole Nazi father was the one that made all this technology?
We've known this.
What makes me think he could? And I guess we never really understood why he had a portal either. Why would that man have that?
Doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
No. When a show's this good, it doesn't matter.
Sure.
There are unexplained things in Uncharted that we talked about. It matters because
It's a shit movie.
it's...
But I'm just saying, look, we're picking nits because this was a great movie.
No, I'm not.
I'm picking some nits.
I don't care. In a show like this, it doesn't matter. This show is really not about plot. It's just about characters and funny jokes. That's what's important.
They had a lot of that.
And Peacemaker continued shitting on superheroes. He said Green Arrow goes to brony conventions dressed like the back half of Twilight Sparkle with a 4-inch wide butthole drilled to the costume. You know what bronies are, right?
I don't know what Brody's are, but it made me laugh.
You don't?
No.
This is going to blow your mind and probably some of our listeners.
Oh, no.
Bronies are grown adults, but for the most part, it's grown men in their 30s, 40s, whatever, who are addicted to the My Little Pony cartoon, which is for little girls.
Oh, no.
And that's what a brony is. A brony is an adult who is a fan of My Little Pony, and they do what John Cena says here. Like they have brony conventions where they all go and they all dress up as My Little Pony characters and they fuck each other.
I've been aware of what furries are, and I imagine this is like a furry, I guess. But, oh my God. Oh man, I would, if I ever see a brony convention, I'll make sure not to be curious.
Yeah.
I wonder what that is. I wonder if I should check that out.
Well, you might be like, I haven't been laid in a while. Maybe I'll try this.
A 4-inch hole?
A 4-inch butthole?
Oh, Lord Jesus.
Yeah.
Ah. Oh, God. Humans are pathetic. Fuck. That's disgusting. Did you look that up?
No, I've known this for a while. I've known this for years because Howard Stern would have someone go to brony conventions and interview them. And he'll be like, who's your favorite My Little Pony? And he'll say, like, the guy will be like, oh, Spark or Twilight or whatever. Because she has the nicest butt. And it's like, oh, God.
God, Jesus.
Yeah. Yeah.
Man, humans are fucking weird. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, I agree. So, Peacemaker tells Eagly to fly the sonic boom helmet.
FYI, thank you for clarifying how you know that, because if you didn't, I think fans would have been kind of curious. So thank you for clarifying that.
Okay. Peacemaker tells Eagly to fly the sonic boom helmet and place it on top of the barn. And they're like, there's no way he knows what you're saying. And at first he grabs it and flies away, but then he just drops it in the woods somewhere.
That was hilarious.
And Vigilante's like, Peacemaker's a great guy in almost every way, but his biggest flaw is he constantly overestimates Eagly's abilities.
I mean, it's kind of true for sure.
true.
His friendship with Eagly, yeah. It cost him in the scene. Yeah, but no, it was very funny seeing Eagly kind of kick it for a little bit with his nose, with his beak. Then he picked it up and
Yeah. And then Peacemaker sees a vision of his dad, and Harcourt sees him yelling and shooting a blow dart at a tree. And then she finds the helmet.
yeah.
Peacemaker kills a butterfly cop and steals his uniform so that Diebeard can go undercover and place the sonic boom helmet by the cow.
But it was a shit-covered uniform.
Yes.
I guess what we don't know about is as soon as you die, you lose all
Yeah, no, I've known that.
control. Yeah.
You didn't see the South Park episode when
Well, I saw that one, but I thought they were just being a little bit over the top with that. Apparently,
No, that's a
not.
known thing.
Interesting.
Yeah. So that's when they have the whole like this man you took over. Why did he dye his beard like that? And that's when
Right.
Diebeard tells the honest truth. And they show Peacemaker, and he looks, bad about how he's been bullying him.
Yeah, it's just like we talked about, not Uncharted not having, but like the characters, they're so deep, and you care about these characters so much.
Even a smaller character like Diebeard. Mm-hmm. Then one of the butterflies finds the sonic boom helmet that Diebeard left, and they realize he did it. They tackle him to the ground, but Adebayo activates sonic boom, and they start destroying the barn. And then Peacemaker, Vigilante, and Harcourt murder the fuck out of butterflies while the Peacemaker theme song plays in the background.
That scene was amazing.
That was so good. Vigilante really is Deadpool, decapitating, cutting limbs off.
Yeah.
And then one of the butterflies screamed at Peacemaker. It was the main dude cop.
Right.
He's like, ah! But Vigilante cut his head in half and said, don't fuck with my BFF. It was good stuff.
So great. That scene was amazing. Everyone was getting some beautiful kills.
Yeah.
But as the music started to slow, Vigilante ended up taking a couple hits.
Vigilante gets shot from behind, and then he throws a knife into a butterfly's head before passing out, like without looking.
Beautiful.
And then Harcourt gets shot a bunch of times. She falls down and starts coughing up blood like she's dead. And meanwhile, Peacemaker followed Goff, a.k.a. the Asian cop, into the barn, but he falls in a hole and he gets trapped under the rubble. So with all of them down, Adebayo decides to help. She grabs 2 guns, and like the whole series, she's been saying how she's not made for this.
Right.
But then she finally tells Diebeard, I'm made for this shit. And Diebeard chases after her, but falls and breaks his leg.
That was amazing. No, don't help. That snap. But thank God she grabbed the right helmet, because had she grabbed the scabies helmet on accident, that would have been terrible.
But yeah, it turns out Adebayo is a badass.
Yeah.
Like, she fucks them up.
Fucking John Wick, apparently.
Yeah. A butterfly is about to go into Harcourt's mouth, but Adebayo pulls it out and just shoots it. And then as Harcourt's dying, she tells Adebayo to go help Peacemaker. So Adebayo goes down there. She starts clearing a bunch of rubble, and we're made to think that she's freeing Peacemaker, because we see Peacemaker get pulled out.
Right.
But it's actually Goff who pulled out Peacemaker.
And then Goth has a good heart-to-heart, getting a little liberally. Like all these movies are like, well, we're the humans are the one that's actually fucking up the planet.
Yeah.
You should be on our side, all that stuff. But it ended up being okay because of what Adebayo did.
Well, before that, Adebayo grabs one of the helmets and activates human torpedo, but then she just flies into a wall.
Right. Well, she was trying to help Peacemaker out.
Right.
But she flew into the wall. It was hilarious.
And that's when Goff tells Peacemaker that they decided to become the leaders of the world in order to save the world, no matter how many lives it costs.
Like Peacemaker.
Like a lot of villains.
Like Thanos.
Like Peacemaker, yeah, like Thanos. Like, yeah, that's how a lot of villains roll now. But and Goff's, was like, saw kindness in Peacemaker because he fed him when Goff was in the jar and all that stuff. And Goff asked Peacemaker to help them transport the cow, but Peacemaker activates human torpedo, and Adebayo flies into the cow, and Peacemaker shoots Goff in the chest, but the butterfly escapes, and Peacemaker doesn't do anything because at this point, the cow's dead.
And Goff is going to die soon after.
Exactly. Adebayo falls out of the cow, covered in its guts. Peacemaker helps her out of the barn and finds Harcourt passed out. And the team walks together as Peacemaker carries Harcourt. They're walking. And then all of a sudden, the fucking Justice League shows up.
Boom.
We got Superman and Wonder Woman, but they hid their faces in darkness.
Right.
Because they didn't get Henry Cavill.
They couldn't afford that.
They couldn't afford Henry Cavill or Gal Gadot. However, Jason Momoa as Aquaman and Ezra Miller as Flash were there.
Right.
There was no Batman. No one wants to even see Batfleck.
True. Very true.
But Peacemaker yelled, "You're late, you fucking dickheads." And he walks by Aquaman and he says, "Go fuck another fish, asshole." And Aquaman tells Flash,
Fucking tired of
"I'm
this.
so fucking sick of that rumor." But Flash says, "It's not a rumor." And then Aquaman's like, "Fuck you, Barry." But Aquaman dropping 2 F-bombs.
This was great. This was a great tag for this fucking show.
That was amazing.
Great.
I mean, it was like the first episode where he said Aquaman fucks fish. And he's like, no, he doesn't. And Flash is like, no, you do, bro.
I just couldn't believe that, DC would let them have that, in their property and all that stuff.
Yeah.
I guess it's just canon. He fucks fish now.
I mean, they just need to hand the keys to James Gunn at this point and let him do everything.
Please save us.
Make the next Justice League movie, whatever.
Make them all.
Yeah. So Harcourt and Diebeard are admitted to a hospital, and Peacemaker tells Vigilante, like, dude, you're shot. You got to be admitted. And he's like, I'm fine. I just need a nap. And he passes out, and obviously he gets admitted. And Peacemaker wonders, did I do the right thing, or did I doom our world? And Adebayo tells Peacemaker, or asks him, like, why didn't you help the butterflies?
Right.
And he says, because I knew they'd hurt you and the others if I did.
Right. But now humans get a chance to decide for themselves in what way they want to go.
Sure.
That's what Adebayo said.
Yeah.
Well,
So we're fucked.
we're fucked.
Adebayo,
Because humans are dumb.
she apologizes for betraying him, and Peacemaker tells her, don't tell V, but after Eagly, you're my BFF. So that was a sweet little moment.
It's nice that they reconnected because he was so mad at her the episode before.
And then here, they really did stuff that's going to affect the upcoming, the next Suicide Squad movie.
Right.
Because Adebayo tells the world the truth about the Suicide Squad program and even outs her mom.
Yep.
And they cut to her, and she's like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
But
they got her back for this.
yeah.
For that one scene.
Well, no, she was in another episode when she's telling Adebayo to plant the
Oh, that's
diary.
right. She was on Snapchat or whatever. Snapchat. FaceTime or something like that.
Yeah.
Right. But they did show that Adebayo, or Economos, excuse me, went back to the prison at Belgrade.
Yes.
So, I mean...
He's the company man.
Well, I'm just saying, did they close down the prison? Who knows? I mean...
Well, he's the company man. He's a little bitch. He's going to go back to work. That's what he does.
That's what he did.
So, Harcourt survived, and she cried because Peacemaker waited in the hospital for days to make sure she was okay. And she grabbed his hand, and she also has to learn how to walk again.
And they're finally going to fuck.
No, they're not.
You don't think so?
Well, maybe. Maybe later, but certainly not this season. And then Adebayo goes home to her wife, and they have a very long and passionate makeout session. That's going to upset some people for sure.
I was mad. I'm kidding.
And then, this is great. Judo Master showing up to the barn in the aftermath the next morning, and he's crying and eating Cheetos.
So Judo Master must have been a butterfly too then, right? No?
No. He's just on their side.
He's just on their side. So he must know their plan or something.
Because remember,
like that,
he tells them the butterflies aren't what you think in the second or third episode.
That's right.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And then Goff visits Peacemaker at his trailer, and Peacemaker gives him the last of the amber fluid. That was a touching little moment.
Touching moment. Sad.
And then Peacemaker's dad sits next to him, meaning he will continue to haunt him.
Yeah.
And then James Gunn live tweeted the episode and confirmed that there will be a season 2.
Do you really want this? Do you really want this?
That's not the song.
Yes, I do, James Gunn.
That's not the song.
It was a song.
Someone asked him, will you change the intro for season 2? And he said, I think I have to because most of these people are no longer alive.
That's true.
But it better be the same fucking song. Just a different dance number.
I'd be down with a different dance routine for sure.
Yeah. But
Interesting. So does Judo Master make an appearance in season 2?
I would say so.
I would guess he has to.
He has to.
Yeah.
He was good for the couple episodes he was in. But yeah, I mean, we don't have to do a full awards thing, but obviously best acting, John Cena.
Or Vigilante.
Well, he's good too, but John Cena.
Cena.
Best comment, there were so many great ones.
Oh, man. So many great ones. But it was... My favorite series of comments was when John Cena was going through the list of other people than his dad that he could have put in prison.
That's true.
You could have put the Kool-Aid Man in prison.
Yeah.
Bill Cosby, he just got out.
Yeah. The best
really
moment,
great.
though, was got to be Aquaman, I think.
Yeah, them showing up, that's for sure.
The fucking fish. Mm-hmm. That payoff was amazing. So there you go. Can't
Best
wait.
dressed?
Maybe John Cena, maybe Peacemaker.
Maybe Peacemaker. Yeah.
Or that rock chick that he banged in the first episode. She was pretty hot.
The butterfly.
Yeah.
Such a random butterfly.
Freedom! It's one of the best moments, too. It's great. All right, that's all for Peacemaker. Can't wait for season 2.
Yeah.
Probably a year or two away. Well, yeah.
That's going to be great.
All right, fan questions and comments. Jake Baker, Pushfire Barry, bad video game movies. Hitman, Uncharted, Super Mario Bros.
Oh, man. Super Mario Bros. Has got to be up there. I never saw Hitman.
I never saw Hitman.
But I'm going to say Super Mario Bros. Is the worst.
You know, Timothy Oliphant was Hitman.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And I saw like a clip and I was like, this is fucking shit. Hitman, I mean, Uncharted is probably the best one out of all of them.
Right. Yeah. If we're going from worst to best, I would have to say Super Mario Bros. Is worst.
I mean, Hitman's really bad.
Hitman's.
I
haven't
I've only
seen it,
seen
but
like a scene, but
I got to give it some credit because it's got Timothy Olyphant.
Yeah.
But you know, Uncharted probably the best out of these movies.
right. Pop Culture Junkie. I don't know if y'all grew up with these pairings, but they are some of my all-time faves. Pushfire Barry comedy duos. Chris Farley and David Spade.
That's a good one.
Steve Martin and Rick Moranis. And Richard Pryor and Gene Wilder.
Gene Wilder and Richard Pryor is a little bit before my time.
Me
Chris
too.
Farley and David Spade. That's my favorite. Black Sheep, Tommy Boy. Those are
Tommy Boy,
some
yeah.
of my favorite movies.
Yeah. Steve Martin and Rick Moranis in
What movies have they been in together?
it was the Goodfellas parody. My Blue Heaven? I think it's called My Blue Heaven.
Was Steve Martin in Goofballs?
Goofballs?
Spaceballs.
You mean Spaceballs? No.
Jesus Christ. Okay, because I know that was a Rick Moranis one. I wasn't a big Rick Moranis fan to begin with.
Yeah, My Blue Heaven is a parody of Goodfellas. It's like a comedy sequel to Goodfellas.
Yeah, that doesn't sound very good.
It's hilarious.
Is it?
Yes. It's fucking Steve Martin, you dummy. Don't apologize. Apologize!
Listen,
Apologize!
I like Steve Martin. Not really much of a fan of Rick Moranis.
Oh, you're stupid. But I agree. Push Chris Farley and David Spade. Chris Dibburn, have you looked at Lachlan Monroe's IMDb yet? Guy is a solid work for a quarter century since Night at the Roxbury. Can't believe Chris Kattan referred to his intellect capacity in a diminutive manner. I have no idea what you're talking about, Chris. I'm sorry.
I don't know either. Who?
Lachlan Monroe? No, stop.
Kind of curious.
No. God, I have to take your phone away because you're like a baby.
I was kind of curious.
Louis Vasquez, hey guys, really enjoy all of your shows, and I've been listening a lot of Patreon exclusive content, and there's one thing that's been driving me crazy that I must know. Is Josh for effing real, or is he truly a troll?
It depends on what reference. But
Just in
most of
general.
the time, I'm pretty real. Pretty real.
Okay.
Most of the time.
I'd have to say that's, I mean, yeah,
It's
he's-
probably 90-10.
I'm not lying to you when, it's not like when Jeff Foxworthy was like, yeah, Larry the Cable Guy, that's really him. It's like, no, it fucking wasn't. This is Josh. Take him or leave him.
90% Josh, for sure. 10% stick, but 90%
10%
of it.
troll.
10% stick.
1%.
Maybe.
Boris Lombardi, best and worst Antonio Banderas movie. No, SpongeBob wasn't the worst,
He was in SpongeBob?
I guess. Best,
Oh, wow. Best is Zorro.
The Mask of Zorro.
Yeah, for sure.
Worst, I don't know, maybe this.
Best is Zorro. Love Zorro.
Jason Deerham, what past or present TV shows or movies would you like to see with opening credits in the style of Peacemaker? Maybe Sopranos, just to see Carmela looking pissed, dancing with all the Gumars.
That'd be funny.
By the way, have you watched Reacher yet? It's a great show. Oh, maybe we will. Michael Ha, fun fact, James Gunn is now engaged to Jennifer Holland, who plays Harcourt.
Oh, so Cena will not be
How
fucking
lucky
Hogwarts.
is he? Well, he might. That's kind of a famous thing directors do.
Oh,
They
no.
put their wives in a movie and they get fucked by another guy.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
It's not real sex, Josh.
It's
make
not?
believe. You know, all those people didn't die. Yeah.
CGI people.
But James Gunn's 20 years older than her, so that's kind of gross.
Ew.
He's 55, she's 35.
Well, I mean, you know, hey, you gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah. Carlos Ramirez ranked the Batman movies from best to worst, including the Snyder Cut, Joker, and the Lego Batman movie. Holy shit.
I haven't seen the Lego Batman movie. Have you seen the Lego Batman movies?
Yeah.
Well,
There's only one.
okay. I imagine Will Arnett probably played a pretty good Batman.
I think I could do this.
Well,
No, it's me.
it's just you?
Yeah.
I can't do this?
I'm the bigger Batman fan.
That's
We
true.
could do it together, but number 1, The Dark Knight.
At Dark Knight, for sure.
Number 2, Batman Begins.
I guess maybe.
Number 3, Dark Knight Rises. That trilogy is the best. Look,
Yeah.
people might not. Some people don't like Dark Knight Rises. I still love it. I love the characters. I understand there's some dumb parts in it, but I still love the movies.
I
It's a
really
trilogy.
like the original Batman.
Okay.
So I mean, that would probably be my fourth.
After those 3, it's probably the original Batman with Michael Keaton. Mm-hmm. They said include the Joker.
Include the Joker?
Include the Joker movie. It's not a Batman movie, though, so I don't know. We have, I guess, Batman Returns, number 5.
Well, the Joker movie's got to be ahead of Batman and Robin, that's for sure.
Well, everything is going to be...
Well, you know what the end is?
Are we counting the Adam West Batman movie from the 70s?
I never watched that.
No, of course you didn't.
Did you watch it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Batman Forever, that's down there too. Batman and Robin. I have not seen the Snyder Cut. Are we counting like fucking Batman versus Superman? That's the worst. Okay.
No, Batman and Superman is not the worst.
Yeah, it is.
No, Batman and Robin is the worst.
No, I'd rather watch that.
Justice League. Are we
Justice
counting
League.
Justice League? I guess so.
Well, now we're just getting into the shit. So I guess after, so it's number 1, Dark Knight for me. Number 2, Batman Begins. The Dark Knight Rises. Batman Returns. And then I guess
I'd give the Lego.
I guess
I
Joker.
haven't seen it, but I'd give the Lego Batman a little bit of pub.
I guess Joker and then Lego Batman. That's your top 7. The rest are bad movies, so I don't really care.
Yeah.
Like, for me, Batman vs. Superman would be lowest. Hold on.
I'm just saying the top 5 is really what we're going for here.
Yeah. Batman vs. Superman, the lowest. Right before that is Justice League. Again, I have not seen the Snyder Cut. And then Batman and Robin, and then Batman Forever. So, yeah, I don't know. But
Where's Adam West?
oh, am I including that?
You said you've seen it.
Then I would put that after the Lego Batman.
Okay.
So I'll read it again real quick. The Dark Knight's number 1. Batman Begins. Dark Knight Rises. Batman Returns. Joker. Lego Batman. Batman Forever. Batman and Robin. Justice League. Batman vs. Superman. That's my list. And starting with Batman Forever is when you start with the bad movies. Those are bad.
And we're gonna add a new.
Oh wait, I forgot to add Adam West. After Lego Batman, it's the Adam West one.
We're gonna add a new Batman in a couple weeks.
Yeah, and I imagine that could probably, I mean, it has the potential to be up there. I think it looks really good.
Break into the top 5.
It could get in the top 3. Who knows? Never know. So there you go.
Very interested in seeing Batman, but I'm scared.
He's scared because it's a horror movie.
Not a horror.
That's why you're
movie.
scared. That's what he said.
It's not a horror movie. It's
That's
going
what
to
the
be
director
like
said.
Saw.
Saw's a horror movie.
Not
Anyways,
Saw. It's going to be like the 7.
like Saw.
7. Oh God. Oh, hopefully not like Saw.
Anyways, make sure you subscribe to our podcast. Give us a 5-star review. Follow the show on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at Hollywood Hog Pod. Subscribe to us on YouTube, youtube.com/Hollywood Hogwash Pod. And next week, I guess we'll start watching Reacher.
Okay.
Because many of our fans have told us to. Now, all the episodes are out. I think it's like 8. But maybe we'll do 2 at a time or something like that.
Okay.
Because as of next week, we don't have anything. So I guess we'll do Reacher.
Reacher
We'll
it
start
is.
Reacher.
We'll
You
be
know?
reaching for ideas.
Exactly. So there you go. See you
Like
next.
and subscribe.
Thank you. See you next week.